What's up, guys? Previously on the Detail Garage, we had this Grand National in the shop, and we washed it, we clayed it, and we also polished it. Now we're wrapping up the detail, and we're going to go ahead and address the small things like the tires that are really taking away from the whole effect of the vehicle. As you can see, the tires are dirty, they've got this brown film over them, they've got an old dressing that's really taken away from the whole look of the vehicle. So I'm going to clean it and show you how to bring it back to life, real simple, real easy. To start off, I'm going to tape off the tire. Kind of like what I did with the polishing, I'm going to give you guys a 50-50, an overlap to show you the clean side against the dirty side. So to start off, I've already got my orange degreaser diluted in a professional spray bottle. I diluted this 3-to-1 so that I have a strong cleaning power without being overly aggressive. Also, I'll be using the heavy-duty Nifty brush. This is similar to the regular Nifty brush, but it's a lot stronger, it's a lot stiffer, so it'll help me really scrub on these tires. All you have to do, spray the orange degreaser on the surface, and I'm gonna let this sit on the surface just so that it can, absorb the dirt, really get in there, and get all that brown filth off. And already you can tell it's dragging a lot of it out. Spray the brush to get some more cleaning power, and then just work it into the tire. And it's pulling off all that road debris, the dirt, any old dressings, and it's going to reveal a natural tire. After you're done cleaning, you want to take a microfiber towel and just wipe off any excess. You want to use a black towel. This way you don't, throw this towel on your interior. That's why we color coordinate our towels, so you don't, use a tire towel on your interior, your windows, things like that. And this is how a brand new tire is supposed to look. Just natural, smooth, supple tire. We want to go ahead and protect this. We're going to go ahead and throw a dressing on it like Blue Guard. This will give it some shine, but more importantly, it's going to give it some UV protection to keep the tire from cracking or discoloring or fading over time. So as I mentioned, Blue Guard, this is going to give it some shine, but more importantly, it's going to go for protection to give longevity to the life of the tire. So all you do is you spray in your applicator, and you want to work it into the tire. It does come off with a high gloss shine. If you want that really wet look, you can leave it on the tire, or you can buff it off if you want more of like a natural look. Now me personally, I don't like that really overly wet look on my tires, and especially since this car is already glossy, we don't want to attract a whole lot of attention just to the tires. We want the body to really take the showcase. So I'm going to take my black workhorse towel and just wipe off the excess just so it'll have a nice shine without being overly wet. And I'll take off the tape here. And you can see the difference between a dressed and clean side against an old dressing and a very dirty tire. So now I'm going to finish off this tire and then the remaining 3, and then we'll get back to you guys in just a minute. So I've just finished cleaning and protecting the tires. Now it's time to move on to these rims. As you can see, there's like brake dust on there, there's dirt, also the residue cleaning from the tires. I'll just clean it off using some EcoSmart. The EcoSmart works really well for cleaning and encapsulating all the dirt, and also the wax liner is going to give it a high shine. Spray it on the surface. I'm going to let that sit and emulsify. Then taking a gray workhorse towel. These towels I've already designated as my metal towels for like bumpers, tires, exhaust, things like that. And we'll just wipe it off. And it's picking up all the brake dust and dirt and crud that was all over this rim. And now these rims, they already have a nice high shine, but to add more gloss, more protection, I'm gonna go ahead and throw on Max Coat Wheel Guard. Now what this is basically a wax for your rims, designed specifically for chrome, painted rims, things like that to help break dust from sticking and also prevent water spots. So you just apply it to your applicator and you wanna blotch it out, kind of like when you're working with a regular wax where you spread it out over the surface and then you're gonna work it into it and let it sit, and then we'll come back and buff it off. Now it only takes about 5 minutes, so we'll only let this sit on there for a couple moments and then we'll buff it off with a clean microfiber towel. So now after letting the Max Coat Wheel Guard sit for about 5 minutes, I'm going to buff it off with a clean microfiber towel. Again, I'm using a gray workhorse towel just so I have them designated as my metal towel, my rims, exhaust, things like that. So for you guys at home that are looking for a new way to keep your rims looking glossier, prevent brake dust and water spots, Max Coat Wheel Guard is definitely for you. So I'm going to finish off the other 3 rims, and then we're going to take a step back in time to 1987 when we get in the interior of this baby. So as you can tell, we're inside of the Grand National, and just by looking at the thing, it's in really good condition. It's not really dirty, but it still needs to be cleaned. And as you can tell, this car, it was built in the 80s when there was a time of, pure man-made products. You got synthetic plastics in here, you got all this kind of pleather, this aluminum steering wheel here. It's all just man-made, which is really, really nice. So to start off, I've got my inner clean. I'm gonna spray this on a towel, and then you just wipe it off on the dashboard. Anything that's basically vinyl, rubber, plastic. It works on leather, navigation screens. It's just a good interior quick detail. And what this does is it picks up the dust, the debris, fingerprints, body oils, maybe something spilled in here, and it's gonna clean it up without giving any shine, but it's still gonna give it a protective coating. The interior is coming along nicely. The plastics and the moldings, everything has been all rejuvenated. It's been cleaned and protected. Now it's time to move on to the carpets and the fabric pieces like the seats here. Now this is all original interior, and we want to go ahead and protect it so it lasts as long as it possibly can. That's why I'm going to vacuum it, get all that dirt off there, and then I'm going to protect it using Fabric Guard. And what Fabric Guard does is it adds basically a barrier against stains, water spots, or different kinds of body oils staining the seats. And it's going to help rejuvenate this fabric and make it last as long as it can. Alrighty guys, the detail on this Grand National is finally done. We started off by washing it, then we clayed it, and then we polished it. Today we finished it off by hitting all the tires, the interior, really cleaning it up, making it look right. So if you like this car or this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. We'll see you next time right here in the Detail Garage. Don't forget to check out all those other videos showing you how to do just about anything. Now I'm going to get this thing dirty again, so we have to clean it. Perfect.